Well, welcome, folks. We are here in the Davenport gym as the Lady Bears will be taking on the Lady Gorillas in a non-conference matchup. But it's going to be a good opportunity to see how the Bears do with some competition they may run into in-state or, would run into in-state. Lady Gorillas are pretty good. They would run into in-state. Lady Gorillas are pretty good. They're right behind the team just down the road in the Reardon team that has handed Brewster their only defeat of the season. So tonight, probably going to be a pretty good game. I will say I came in and the boys JV team for Brewster did actually have a nice victory over Davenport, 57 to 32 or something such. So we'll see how the ladies do here tonight. Seeing if what we have, I'm going to get some Davenport's ladies record here to share with y'all, hopefully. We don't have Wi-Fi tonight. I'm running on cellular, and it looks okay, but hopefully it works out well for you guys on your side. Obviously, it looks good on my side, but hopefully it's all right. The Davenport ladies are third in league with a 6-3 league record. 12-3 overall. They're in the top 20 in RPI, I know that. They beat Lake Roosevelt 69-39, beat Glen Ritzville Sprague 57-53, beat Tri-Cities Prep 59-37. They lost to Reardon 45-49, so again, very close game. They beat Tenasket 56-17, beat Kettle Falls 67-9. Beat St. George's 70-37. They were able to take down Waterville Mansfield 57-50, so not quite as much as our score was. They beat Jenkins 57-12. Newport won 64-27. They lost to Northwest Christian Colbert 35-45. And then they lost to Reardon 49-56. That's their three losses. Beat Medical Lake 69-19. Beat St. George's 48-34, beat Kettle Falls 54-35, and now they will be facing us. So definitely going to be a good game. The Lady Bears need to be on their game tonight. Obviously, Davenport, a good team, going to give them a good stretch. I like this. I think our girls need to have some good competition here as we head towards postseason. Teams we have remaining as Tenasket, which, based on some scores I've seen, probably aren't going to be too tough a competition on the girls' side. Then they've got OMAC, which again, hopefully a little competition for them, but again, scores I've seen, not sure. And then Okanagan, which, Okanagan hung with us, so that'll be a good little game. That is our final game of the season in Okanagan, as we then will head into league championship play, and I'll be broadcasting that. Actually, I'm going to set up probably another GoFundMe and ask for anybody that would like to support that. League does have, league playoffs do have fees associated with each game you broadcast, and then the district play will as well, and of course state. I would do audio for any game that I'm not able to broadcast for you with the video via Eli Sports Network in Spokane. I am certain these ladies are going to be there, so that's going to be a lot of fun. They were able to take care of Bridgeport last night. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make that game for us, but here tonight, and looking forward to bringing you all the action. I think the boys are going to have their hands full. I think it's going to be another good game. I heard the Bridgeport game was really good, which I kind of expected. They had just slipped by Lake Roosevelt a few days earlier. So Bridgeport doing really well this season. And again, it just speaks to the conversation that we've been having about the fact that this season on the boys' side, there's just a lot of teams that are right there with each other. Liberty Bell probably has the edge over everybody. So, good to have them on our league. I think they're going to do really well this year. Okanagan, with their height and their skill, seems to, and they've got some players with a little more experience. So, those are the two that I look at as having the best chance of really going deep in state. I would say that the rest of our teams are just really good, and they're really tight. You've got Tenasket, Lake Roosevelt, Bridgeport, Brewster, all of them. And Manson, isn't far behind. I know their record isn't great, and there are 1 league wins so far this season, but Manson's a good little scrappy team as well. So there's just a lot of quality teams this season. So we'll see. Now, Davenport boys are playing very well. I think our boys are going to have their hands full, but I also think our boys can beat anybody if they have a night, and hopefully they do tonight. So we'll be here for that one as well. Apologize for missing the last few games. I actually went down with the family to visit Sophie in Las Vegas. I'd been to Las Vegas a couple of times for some IBM conferences and in the fall, but those conferences are set up basically you are in a hotel the entire day going to different sessions and stuff, and they feed you and all this and that. So the only time you really got out was in the evenings if you wanted to go anywhere. We went and saw the fountains there at the Bellagio, and back then there was still a pirate ship, which I hear they're bringing back. But anyway, went to see Sophie, had Christmas, and had a really good Christmas. It was really a lot of fun that day, or evening actually. And then spent some time with them and worked on doing little projects with them and for them. And then Grant had a great opportunity to do some golf at a really nice course there in Vegas. I will say this, I've never been there in the heat of the summer, and I don't think I want to be. I was kind of shocked at the size and number of air conditioners on every single house. So I have heard, 117 with a low of 100 during the summer, and I'm going, whoa. So anyway, we'll see how that goes. But it was a lot of fun. We really enjoyed our time. First time I've ever flown Southwest, and I got to fly before they put in assigned seats. So you got to pick your own seat, which is cool. I kind of liked it. We ended up in the back of the bus or back of the plane, and that was all right. We had checked luggage, so we were going to be waiting a baggage claim anyway. And had a whole row to myself, and then my wife sat next to me. So 2 of us in the 3 seats with the armrests up, and so that was really nice. Allie and Grant had the same experience, both there and back. So it was kind of fun that way. Flight was good. It always amazes me that it takes me longer to drive from my house to the airport than it takes for the airplane to get us from Spokane to Vegas, 1,000 miles. So always neat, but makes for a day. Anytime you travel anywhere, it makes for a day. So we did have a good time and was happy to get back, but it was, it's, I don't know, as you get older, my dad always told me this. Dad always said, hey, when you travel, it kind of wears you out a little bit. And I'm thinking, yeah, whatever. No, he was right. So you get a little tired. I ended up doing some work and different things. So, but tonight I said, hey, I don't have to work tomorrow. I got a good opportunity here to come broadcast some basketball for us and let y'all know how much we appreciate you. One of the things I love about this is how much you guys support and show your care and concern for not only student athletes but us as well. I posted that I was headed to Davenport And one of the responses from Shelly Beck was, drive safe. I love that. It wasn't, oh, great, or, oh, that's awesome, or whatever. It was drive safe. And I appreciate that. I really do, because, you know, there are a lot of drivers distracted, and you have to drive real defensively anymore. You know, I do take that to heart, that people care enough and share their concerns. So appreciate that, Shelly. And yeah, we're gonna have a couple good games here to bring to you. Then I'm gonna head down to Moses Lake and see my kids and grandkids. And we picked up a few little things. We went to Build-A-Bear workshop there in Las Vegas, and got a couple little things for the grandkids. And just going to drop that off and say hi and visit tomorrow. And Grant's got a project for his house that we're going to work on a little bit and see how that all goes. But we got 2:20 until the start of the game, or yeah, the announcement of the starting lineups, etc. So it'll be good, and looking forward to the game. And like I said, we're closing in real quickly here on postseason. I actually got the email from the state that I needed to register for basketball postseason, so I've got to get in what my plans are, and then of course they let me know how much they're charging for everything, which, you know, I'm thinking I'm gonna come up with a name, or not a name, but a way to fund our Brewster Sports a little bit, so we can cover the travel and the fees for myself. And if things go well, I'd love to include some other folks in it as well. Hoping I can get some young folks that would be interested in helping out. I really enjoyed that. The season we did that, I had some really fine young ladies that really enjoyed having them along and helping broadcast and everything like that. So I'm hoping we're going to be able to do the same thing, hopefully. 129, or actually 118, sorry folks, 118 till start of this one. So like I said, both these games should be pretty darn good, the girls and the boys. So looking forward to bringing it to you and chatting with you about all the fun and excitement here in the Davenport gym. I was here I think I broadcast a game here once before, and then they actually hosted a 2B All-Star games for the boys and the girls here. So got to come over. That was the year Kelson was playing and Rainwater, and it was neat to be here for that and be able to broadcast that from this gym. So that was pretty cool. I think we're gonna do the national anthem here in a second. They have a nice band over there that I'm seeing.
We'd like to welcome everybody to Davenport High School and tonight's basketball contest between the visiting Brewster Bears and your hometown Davenport Gorillas. At this time, we ask you to please rise if you are able. Remove your hats as the Davenport Junior High School Pep Band plays the national anthem under the direction of Mr. Eli Yost.
Great job. I absolutely love that. That's actually their junior high band, apparently. I saw some older kids there. So.
And now let's meet the starters.
All right.
For the visiting Brewster Bears.
So, announcement of the starters.
At 5'7", a junior, number 12, Caitlin Gibbons.
Caitlin Gibbons, of course.
At 5'9", a junior, number 20, Pepper Vogel.
Pepper.
At 5'9", a sophomore, number 22, Berkeley Regal.
Berkeley.
At 5'9", a junior, number 32, Paige Wolf. And at 5'9", a sophomore, number 44, Lisi Ramirez.
Lisi.
And now
Love the smiles.
Davenport Gorillas.
All right, Davenport coming out.
At 5'5", a sophomore, number 11, Charlotte Soliday.
Soliday, Charlotte Soliday. Recognize the Soliday name.
At 5'5", a senior, number 12, Samantha Stiles.
Styles, recognize that name.
At 5'7", a senior, number 13, Glenna Soliday.
So Glenna Soliday. He's got two Solidays on the court.
At 5'6", a senior, number 23, Addie Schneider.
Schneider, Addie Schneider.
And at 6'3", a senior, number 34, Claire Lathrop.
Claire Lathrop, 6'3". Wow. Well, I'm sure I've got an idea what they're gonna post up and put it in. Bears talking about how they want to work with that. Our tallest player is 5'9".
Tonight's officials, Aaron Bonan, Curtis Eminenko, and August Weil. Good luck, ladies, and have a good game.
All right. Berkeley will be jumping. Gorillas with the ball to start. Drive down, get underneath everybody, give it out to Lathrop. Lathrop makes it. Oh, man. All right, Pepper coming up, puts it in underneath the Lisi. Lisi misses it. Berkeley had it, bounces out of her hands. The struggle for the ball. Tied up, but away they come with it. Davenport coming across. Trying to tip it, they're going to call foul, trying to stop the height there.
Personal foul on the Bears, number 44, Lisi Ramirez. Her first team foul, number 1. Claire Lathrop at the line, shooting 2.
Lathrop at the line. Misses the first one. Gets the second one. Bringing it down, pass in underneath, and they're going to say it went off of Page. Bears coming in with Davenport. Gets it across the timeline. Driving around, nobody on it. Lathrop with it, doesn't get it to drop on the ground. Berkeley with it, and they're going to call, I think they're going to call Lathrop 34, yep. So Lathrop gets a foul. Davenport going to put some pressure on the Bears. Returning what they saw. Pepper with it, coming down, puts it up to Caitlin. Caitlin up and in. Davenport back with it, Soliday with it. Gets it across the timeline. Down in the corner, back to Soliday. Soliday for a 3, and good. 2-6. Berkeley with it. Berkeley bringing it down. Passes it, tries to pit it underneath the Leasy, but picked off by Davenport. Oh, all the way up. Lathrop gets it, hands it off to Stiles. Stiles gets stuffed. Page with it. Page up to Leasy. Leasy wide open. 4-6. Into Soliday, Glenna Soliday. Glenna Soliday brings it across the timeline. Kicks it to Charlotte Soliday. Out to Stiles. Stiles down to, back to Soliday. Stiles to, oh, that's other Soliday. Lathrop gets it tipped away, double team on the floor. Gets it taken away. Lizzie Ramirez with it. And they're going to say bare ball. That was Addie Schneider over there that was fighting for the ball. Inbound to Pepper. Pepper coming across the timeline. Drives through, hands it off to Berkeley. Berkeley, let's see, it's Page. Caitlin had it, Page has it. Page drives through, tries to force it underneath. That is just not an open pass. They're gonna have to figure that one out. Taken away, Soliday with it. Backs up, puts it in underneath to Schneider, off her foot, bare ball. Bears are going at it here. Inbounds to Pepper. Pepper across the timeline. Drives in underneath, gives it out to Berkeley. Berkeley dribbles, puts it over to Page. Page, whoops, Caitlin with it. Caitlin trying to get it into Page, but picked off by Soliday. Soliday driving down around, looking to see how she can drive through. Gives it to Glenna Soliday. Back to Stiles, over to Soliday. Over to Glenna Soliday, over to Stiles. Stiles trying to get it in underneath to Lathrop, taken away. And Brewster going to take a timeout. With 4:39 left here in the first, Bears trailing 4-6. This is going to be a good game all the way to the end, in my opinion. Whoever has the ball at the end is probably going to be the winner tonight. I think the Bears are adjusting well to the height difference they have with Lathrop. 6'3". She is someone. She has most of their points so far. So if you can contain her, I think that'll help the Bears. They are really trying to stretch the floor and use their speed, which so far has got them the points they've got. But they've had some passes. I'm sure they wish they could have had back. That just were not an open pass, trying to force it in underneath. Berkeley to inbound to Pepper. Pepper coming across the timeline. Driving down, gives it to Caitlin. Caitlin drives through everybody, loses the handle though. Now she's hoping to get it back from Soliday. Kicks it over to, Stiles, Soliday. Driving around, gets around, doesn't drop. Lizzie had it, gets it kind of stripped away. Man, they are after the ball. Soliday with it, puts it into Lathrop, gets it tipped away. Lizzie with it. And they're going to 12. So they're going to call it on Caitlin. So 4:02, and Davenport will have an inbound. Gets it out to Glenna Soliday. Puts it out to Schneider to Charlotte Soliday, over to Stiles. Stiles getting it into Lathrop. Bears double teaming. They're going to have a jump ball. Yep. Be bare ball. 3:48 remain. Okay, Berkeley with it. Berkeley inbounds to Pepper. Pepper comes this way. Pepper drives through, hands it off to Lizzie. Lizzie misses the lay-in. Steals it away, gets on the ground. This will be a Davenport ball now. So Stiles will inbound. to Charlotte Soliday. Coming across the timeline. Out to Glenna Soliday for a 3. Doesn't drop. Leasy with it. Gets it up to Pepper. Tries a pass that just right into the hands. The Davenport team is all over the ball. You got to make better passes to get it through. Soliday with it. Another 3. Doesn't drop. Gets her own rebound. Gives it back out to Charlotte Soliday. Back to Glenna Soliday. Into Lathrop. Lathrop trying to back him out and puts it out. Doesn't drop. Leasy had it. But Schneider tries to get it away and goes out of bounds. So it'll be bare ball with 2:56. Score still 4-6. Berkeley inbounds to Pepper. Brings it down across the timeline. Oh, that was good, but all right. Page with a 3. Doesn't get it, but she's going to the line for 3. So that one is on Stiles.
Foul against number 12, Samantha Stiles, her first, team foul number 2. Paige Wolf at the line, shooting 3.
So Paige will be shooting 3. 2:46 here in the first. First one. Rims in and out. Second one, no good. And third one she gets. 5-6 with 2:46 left. Soliday across, sends it to the Charlotte. Soliday tries to drive through, looks to try and get it over to Lathrop, but doesn't drop. Tips it to oh, Caitlin comes out of there with it. Caitlin bringing it across the timeline. Hands it off to Paige. Oh, doesn't get the pick and roll and ends up going out of bounds. Okay, Stiles will inbound to Soliday. Drives around, and that's going to be her second.
Bears foul on number 12, Caitlin Gibbons, her second, team foul number 3. Checking in for the Bears.
So Addie Bolzel going in for Caitlin. Caitlin just hustling, doing a great job. That time she just kind of tripped up as she was trying to get herself to the ball. Soliday into Lathrop, who makes a little move, doesn't get it to drop. Paige comes away with it. Paige comes around, puts it in underneath the Pepper, back to Berkeley. Berkeley, little floater, drops in. Bears first lead of the night, 7-6. Soliday's with it. Charlotte puts it to Glenna Soliday. Glenna seems she can get into Lathrop. Fires a 3, doesn't drop, goes out of bounds, and they're not going to call a foul on that. She was blocking out. She didn't push her down. 131, 7-6. Inbounds to Pepper. Pepper brings it across the timeline. Drives all the way, gets it stuffed, and loses the ball. Glenna Soliday with it. Or, excuse me, Charlotte Soliday. Schneider driving, trying to get around. Puts one up, doesn't drop. Oh, that went off of the Davenport player. All right, they correct it. That's very good. Appreciate that. All right, into Pepper. 1:04 left here in the first. Pepper brings it across the timeline. Pepper just drives through, and they're gonna say Brewster ball. They don't, fans on the Davenport side don't like that one, but all right. All right. Into Berkeley. Berkeley drives, kicks it back to Leasy. Leasy looks at it, gives it to Page. And, oh, I'm sorry. Leasy did an amazing job there, folks. I got so into that play because they were poking the ball up and doing everything they could to get that ball, and they got it. Rushed down, and Leasy just hustled down and basically stopped that play. Went out of bounds. They're trying to, Lathrop is just going over the top of people. Not able, there, now the Bears get it. Soliday with it. Or Soliday on Pepper. Pepper puts it up to Leasy, and they're gonna call block. So Schneider gets a foul. Davenport fans don't appreciate the call, of course. Berkeley with it. Berkeley. Page with it. And they're going to call block on Soliday. The refs are like, hey, you guys are, yeah, so that would be Snyder's second real quick. 16.4 remain here in the first. They are just all over the ball, and the refs are like going, you know, of course, you know, your footwork just gets a little bit slower as you get wore out a little bit, turns into fouling. Into Page. Page puts it to, tries to feed it in, and just bounces off players. And it's just incredible. Nice job by Berkeley to stop that one from going up. That was a nice block by Berkeley, my granddaughter's cousin. All right, 5.1. 5.1. They're going to try and feed it into Lathrop. Actually tipped. Page with it. Up to Berkeley. Berkeley with it. Oh! No. So close. Good job, ladies. 7-6 at the end of one. 7-6 at the end of one. Wow. Oh, all right, both teams regrouping a little bit, talking about what they want to see here in the second quarter as we head towards half. Both teams do incredibly well. Both of them are, you know, talented teams. Like I said, I expect both of them to be, you know, far in the playoffs. I expect to see Brewster at State. I expect Reardon and Davenport to be there. Actually, I also expect, I think the league that Davenport, Reardon, and Northwest Christian, that's a tough league, and that's who these guys are playing. And it speaks to what we've talked about a lot, which is when you have quality teams in your league, it just gets you really well positioned for playoffs and a deep run at state, you know. So we will see. I know that Northwest Christian did amazing last year at state, and I expect to see him back. All right. Okay. Same crew out on the floor for the Bears and for Davenport. Davenport coach talking the refs a little bit about what he's seeing, so hoping to get a few calls go their way. All right, Bear ball to start the second. Pepper with it. Davenport has some interesting, couldn't get it to drop, and they're going to get a foul. And that's going to be on Pepper. See, the ball didn't drop, and she wanted it back. And so her first. 7:52 remain here in the second quarter. Inbound to Soliday. Charlotte. Bears putting pressure, more pressure on this quarter. Glenna Soliday trying to get through everybody. Schneider trying to get around everybody. Oh, Addie almost had that one. Again, trying to tip it away. Can't reach like that. Got to move your feet and hopefully get them. All right, so 2 fouls now on the Bears, which you don't want to see that this soon. 7:35 remain here in the second quarter. Paige doing everything she can to stop Lathrop. Big height difference. Oh, Glenna Soliday driving, throwing it up for Lathrop, basically. Pepper comes down with it. Pepper driving, gives it off to Page. Page floats 1-2, and it doesn't drop. Nobody in there to get it. Leasy tried, but Davenport was right there. Going to pull up for a three. Doesn't drop. Pepper tips it. Soliday gets to it, gives it to Charlotte, or Glenna, back to Charlotte. Coach calling in the play from the sideline here. Glenna Soliday putting it into Lathrop, trying to move everybody. Not able to get it. Addy gets it, gives it to Berkeley. Berkeley drives around everybody and stops, puts it out, puts it back over to Addy. Addy passes it right to Davenport player. Frustration. That was just, she was hoping that Berkeley or Leasy was going to be there and just not able to get there. Glenna Soliday misses the three. Schneider, or no, that's Lebret. Sorry, Lebret fires and misses. Pepper with it. Pepper up to Leasy. Leasy just not down there, and it'll be Davenport ball. Score remains 7-6 with 6:16. They pull Lathrop. So Gorillas take a 30-second timeout. Oh, man. This is like I said, this is a good game. Both teams will probably meet each other, possibly in the playoffs. Expect both of them to make deep runs. All right, so Davenport ball. Bears going to pressure. They've pulled Lathrop, and they put Schneider back in. So Lebret in there. Wow. And they're going to say that who they're calling that on. That's going to be her second. 4 out, and it's going to be her second. Third. Team foul number 3. Speed. Both teams showing they got some speed. Trying to get it in underneath. It's not working, and they're going to say jump ball. And it will be Davenport ball with 6:07 remaining. Schneider with it. Charlotte Soliday just around Addy. Berkeley with it. Page with it. Page dribbling and giving it over to Berkeley. Berkeley driving down. Back to Page. Page looking. 20 on the shot clock. Back to Berkeley. Berkeley out to Pepper. Pepper looking to see what she can do. Tries to force it in underneath to Leasy. Leasy puts it in and it goes right to one of the Solidays. Pepper with it. Pepper gets it away, and they're going to call a foul on number 11. So Soliday called for that one. 5:27.
Foul on number 11, Charlotte Soliday. Her first, team foul number 1.
Pepper with it. Kicks it out to Page. Page drives through, puts up a little shot, doesn't drop. Rebound by Stiles. Soliday with it, up to the other Soliday, tipped. Leasy gets it, gives it back. Soliday for a three. Goes, nope. Addy with an opportunity here. They're going to call a foul. Yeah. So that one's going to be on Schneider. That's going to be her third. Yeah. So third on her. Saw the crowd's displeasure in that call. Put Lathrop back in. Addy. Pepper with the three. Okay, what do you call? No, they're calling. They're saying Page did something. I don't know what Page did, but That takes care of that 3-point, but it's all right. Okay, Lathrop back in. Schneider out. So Soliday driving around. LeBret with it. Soliday over to another Soliday. Oh, I'm going to say she gets to shoot 3. Yeah.
Bears foul on number 20. Pepper Bozel, her second. Team foul number 5. Glenna Soliday at the line shooting 3.
So Soliday going to shoot 3. There we go. Soliday at the line to shoot 3. Misses the first one. Misses the second one.
Checking in for the Bears, number 12, Caitlin Gibbons.
Caitlin coming back in. Doesn't drop. Page with it. Leasy with it.
Score remains at 6-7.
Caitlin with it. Hits a 2. Oh. Soliday driving through traffic. Kicks it out to LeBret. LeBret back to Glenna Soliday. Looking to see if she can get into Lathrop. Over to Charlotte Soliday. So Charlotte drives around, lays one up, doesn't drop. Page with it. Up to Caitlin. Caitlin dribbles, puts it to Leasy. Leasy back out, gives it to Page. Page fires a 3. Nothing, but doesn't hit anything. Got to get her feet set. 3:59. 9-6. All right. So Glenna Soliday with it. Bringing it down, looking at Lathrop. Kicks it out to Charlotte Soliday. Charlotte trying to decide what she wants to do with it. Looking at Glenna. Glenna. Lathrop with it. Back to Soliday, setting it up. Fires a 3, doesn't drop. And Caitlin chases it down, gives it to Page. 3:30 remain. Drives up. Drives through everybody, and they're going to call that one. Yep. So, must be on Styles. Be their third. It'll be the third in the quarter. Still got 2 to give. All right. Setting it up. Puts it out to Leasy. Leasy going to remain bare ball. Gets it knocked out of her hands. Addie to inbound for the Bears. 3:17. 9-6. Man, what a low-scoring game so far. Leasy with it. Out to Berkeley. Berkeley for a 3. And sinks it. Bears up. 12-6. Glenna Soliday with it. Brings it down. Fires a 3. Doesn't drop. Chases it down. Kicks it out. Tries to get it into Oh, Lathrop does get it. Lathrop back. Out to Soliday for a 3. She gets her 3. Page with it. 2:43 remain in the first half. Page floats it, doesn't drop, Bears with it. Gets it up to Soliday, to Lathrop. Lathrop doesn't drop. Caitlin with it. Caitlin backs it up. Timeout, Bears. 2:14 remain in the first half. 12-9. 12-9, 2:14 left in the first half. going to be a Bear ball. They come back out, see if they can get a few more points on the board in the last few minutes here to go into halftime with a little larger lead. They were up by 6, which in a at the time was 12-6, so a 6-point lead. All right. Inbounds to Caitlin. Caitlin brings it across the timeline. Gives it over to Paige. Paige looking to see if she can drive. Gets it tapped away. That's what Davenport's really good at, getting their hands on the ball as they're trying to drive. Drives around. Kicks it back out to LeBret. Over to Charlotte Soliday. Charlotte trying to drive around, see if she can get some entry here. We've got Lathrop with it. Lathrop up and in. 12-11. Berkeley with it. Puts it up to Caitlin. Caitlin drives. Gives it back to Berkeley. Berkeley over to Paige. Paige kicks it over to Addie. Addie gives it to Leezy. Leezy gives it back to Berkeley. Ends up at her feet, but she's able to pick it up. Over to Addie. Addie down to Caitlin. Caitlin drives around everybody. Puts it up. Doesn't drop. Leezy with it. Out to Addie. Addie drives. Puts up a little floater. Doesn't drop. Leezy with it. And they're going to call it on the ground on Stiles. That'll be her third. So Stiles will come out and Knopp will go in.
For the Gorillas, number 20,
so Knopp, let's see, Bears looking to see if they can get the ball out here. Gives it out to Caitlin. Caitlin over to Berkeley. Berkeley driving. Kicks it over to Addie. Addie looking. Drives. Doesn't drop. Paige for a 3. Doesn't drop. Leezy with it. Leezy doesn't drop. Lathrop with the rebound. So Charlotte Soliday. Man, I wish one of those would have dropped for us. Looking at motion. Addie with it. All right, so what's, I'm not sure. Okay. All right, Paige with it. Comes across the timeline. Addie goes down. 28 seconds remain. Puts it up. Doesn't drop, but she'll be going to the line to shoot 2. So that's on Charlotte Soliday. Gets her second. Paige at the line. 12-11. 26.1 seconds remain here in the first half. Paige lining up the first one. Gets it. Getting ready for his second one. Paige gets the second one. 14-11. Soliday inbounds to LeBret, back to Soliday. Soliday with it. LeBret trying to see if she can get it in. Gets it picked off by Paige. Paige just drives, puts it up, and she's going to get called for that. And it's going to be Paige Wolf. Dribble around her, not through her. All right, Soliday with 12 seconds remaining. Driving through traffic, puts one out. Gonna look to see if they can get it over to Soliday, the other Soliday. She falls on the ground. Wow, she's flopped. That'll be her third. So 1.1 seconds, and see how she does here. Just don't touch her. Let her flop on the ground without touching her. Gets the first one. It's the second one. Gets the third one. Should be 13. No, I guess tied game and a half. Well, folks, we got 9:41 till we get back in action again. Tie game. Bears had a 6-point lead, 12-6, which is an incredible score. Just can't believe how low a scoring game. But Davenport puts their hands in all the time. When you try and drive, they're going to try and strip that ball away and tap into one of their players, and they're very good at it. Brewster has a little bit of foul trouble. Hopefully that won't impact the end of the game. But Bears have every opportunity to walk out of here with a victory. Coach Vassar needs to talk with his team a little bit about passes. A lot of the passes they made in the first half weren't open. You know, they were trying to force it, and they just need to continue to guard Lathrop like they did. Lathrop was on fire there a little bit at the beginning, but then they did a really good job controlling her, and I'm hoping they continue to do that in the second half. Davenport matching their energy, but I think the Bears overall are a better team. I just think that work on some of the passing, some of the free throwing, and get those little shots to drop. There's a few shots that did not drop for the Bears that would, obviously have made the score a little more in their favor. So we'll see what adjustments both teams make. Obviously, both coaches want this victory here to help their RPI standings, because that's going to become a little more important as we get into the postseason with both teams in the top 20. The only loss Brewster has suffered has been to the same team that Davenport's lost to, which is Reardon, who have the Water sisters, who are very talented basketball players. So we'll see which team walks away tonight with a victory. I'm hoping the Bears can open up a little bit of a lead in the fourth and walk out of here with the win. All right. Currently, Adna is for girls. Adna girls are number 1. Napavine's number 2, with Cott on their team. Brewster is 3 at 15-1. Reardon, 16-1, is number 4. Mount Vernon Christian, Toutle Lake, Northwest Christian, Colbert is number 7. Onalaska, Cleelum's 9. Toledo's 10. Davenport is 11. And we have Freeman, Raymond, South Bend, Lynn Ritzville, Sprague, LaConner, Morton White Pass, Mossy Rock, Colfax, Forks, and Mapton making up the top 20. The next team from our league is Lake Roosevelt at 24, Okanagan at 28. So, yeah, it's going to be a good game. I think the Bears are the better team from what I've seen so far, even though Lathrop's height can obviously cause some issues for other teams. And just Davenport is quick. They've got their hands. They're on you all the time. Suffocating defense, really. We'll see how it plays out here as we go towards the end of the third and fourth quarter. Hopefully the Bears can get some more shots to drop, have some more good passes in underneath. It would be great to get Lathrop and some of the other players in further foul trouble. So Davenport doing the three-point, get the 2-liter soda. Great fundraiser. A lot of fun to watch. Going to be fun to see how the teams respond here. Tied at 14 apiece at halftime. So again, I said at the beginning of the game, I thought who had the ball last probably going to be the winner. So let's see if that turns out to be true. You know, a lot of storied names. I know the Soliday name, and for sure has been a name I've seen a lot. I got a Rainwater 8th grader playing on their JV team. They got some talent, and part of this is, like I said, they're in a good league. And I think when your league is good, it causes other teams to continue to step up. And you see that. I made this reference before, but we went and played state softball when Whitney first was playing for Brewster. And one of the first games they had, this other team's like hitting the ball hard into the dirt in front of the plate and bouncing it over to the infielders' heads. I'm like going, how do they know that it's that hard there? Well, they've been to state for so many years. That league had one of the teams from their league had won state like the last 22 years, and that was years ago. So just incredible what you can accomplish. If your league is strong, then you have a good opportunity for deep playoff and going further. Gladys Lathrop is she is a senior. So, it'll be interesting to see how Davenport responds to the play of the Bears and how the Bears respond as well to what they've seen so far with Davenport, with the speed in their hands and everything they've been able to do so far. Again, 2 quality teams. Either one can walk out of here with a victory. I'm hoping that the Bears are able to, they had a bit of a lead there for a little bit. So.
Hey, we are selling raffle tickets in the foyer for an amazing quilt that has, it's a t-shirt quilt that has a whole bunch of different sports. Oh, it looks like it's coming out here. We are selling raffle tickets, and the money from the raffle tickets is going to be used by the
raffling off a quilt, homemade quilt. Very nice, with some made out of t-shirts for the various sports in Davenport. So that's going to be cool for them. All right.
The cool part is that once we have those banners up or the brackets up, they're used by every class after us. So help support us by buying raffle tickets. The raffle will be done on senior night for the blanket, but the proceeds really benefit every single kid in our school district. So
that's cool.
buy lots of raffle tickets.
All right, that's awesome. Hopefully they get some people to buy that. That's neat. That takes a lot of work, and it's nice to see a community do that and support their school district and their seniors and what they're trying to do. All right, well, Bears getting ready to come back out here. Doing a little shooting on the basket they'll have this half. There we go. Well, hopefully the girls do really well this second half. 1:38 before we get going again. All right, folks. Well, I don't know. Their band doing a good job over there. Oh, gosh, we got to get to third quarter, don't I? People probably think this was a first quarter score, but we are into the third. All right, 48 seconds remain. All right. I think it's going to be Bear ball to start the third. Starting lineups out there for both teams. Page to inbound to Pepper. Pepper bringing it across the timeline. Drives through, gets it stuffed. Page gets it back. Tries to feed it into Lisi underneath, and that's just not a pass you're going to make against Davenport. All right. Soliday with it. Gets it out to Glenna Soliday. Glenna fires a three and starts off giving the Gorillas their back the lead, 14-17. Pepper drives through, gives it out to Caitlin. Caitlin fires a three, doesn't drop, gets it back, kicks it out to Berkeley. Berkeley for a three. That one goes. Tie game. 7-14 here in the third. Charlotte Soliday. Bears putting on pressure now. Kicks it up. Soliday up and in. 17-19. Up to Pepper. Pepper to Lisi. And they're going to say she just fell. Ran into Lathrop. She is a force to deal with. Lisi's leg, I'm sure, not feeling that great. 6:53. 17-19. Charlotte Soliday bringing it across. All right. Glenna Soliday trying to get around Pepper. Gets one, doesn't drop. Lathrop with it. 17-21. Caitlin, Berkeley, over to Lisi. Lisi looking. Tries to force one into Caitlin. Caitlin does get it. Back to Berkeley. Berkeley just drives, puts up a shot that gets blocked. Lathrop comes away with it. Caitlin on her, and Soliday up and in. I'm surprised Vassar hasn't called a timeout quite yet. Pepper with it. Over to Page. Page drives through, gives it to Lisi. Lisi up and in. 19-23. Soliday with it. Charlotte. Over to Glenna. Soliday. Puts it into Lathrop. And they're going to, on the ground, and they're going to call it on Caitlin. So that'll be her fourth.
There is foul on number 12, Caitlin Gibbons.
So our senior will be going in.
Foul number 1. Checking in for the Bears, number 10.
Hialeah Aparicio. Into Lathrop. Doesn't drop for her. Lathrop back to Soliday. Soliday fires a three. Doesn't drop, almost has her own rebound. Hialeah gets it up to Pepper. Pepper. Walked with it, got away with it. That pass was, we're trying, but. Okay, Berkeley with it, Page has it. Speed coming down, and she's gonna go, uh-oh. Hopefully she's okay. That's what matters. Page will be going to the line, I think, shooting two.
Gorilla foul on number 13, Glenna Soliday, her first, team foul number 1.
Soliday hustled all the way back there.
Page Wolf at the line,
And blocked her. Okay. 4:57, 19-23. Gets the first one. 20-23. Gets a second one. 21-23. And Charlotte Solid A trying to get herself down there around everybody. Glenna with it. Styles. Styles gets it taken away by Pepper. Pepper. Oh, got to stop those throws, ladies. You're giving it back to him. Lathrop up and in. Pepper sinks a three. 24-25. I don't know. They're saying it was a 2. I don't know. What are they gonna say? Yep. So 23-25 is what the score is showing. They must have called that a 2 rather than a 3. Pepper with it. Pepper. Up and in. 3:47. Soliday with it. I'm going to say, I'm not sure who it was. Okay, I'm going to say that's on Hialeah. And she's going to shoot 2. 3:35 left here in the third. Schneider gets the first one. All right, so Jaylene coming in. Nope, yep, gets that one. 25-27, into Berkeley. Berkeley bringing it down. On the floor. Davenport with it. Gets it down, but not. Yeah. 34, so Lathrop. Inbounds to Page. Page up to Berkeley. Berkeley. Pepper. Pepper with it. Good job by Berkeley. Patience and no one let him fly over you. Good job, Berkeley. Kicks it out. Doesn't drop. And off the rim and out, so it'll be bare ball. Brett. 2:27, tied at 27. Inbounds to Page. Page drives around. Page fires and sinks a 3. 30-27, 2:11. Charlotte Soliday with it. Kicks it out. Doesn't drop. 3 seconds in the key on Lathrop. Oh, 34. Pushing. All right. So that'll be her third. So Lathrop picked up 2 quick. Jaylene does a great job in there for Lizzie.
foul number 3. Checking
Page
in
with
for the
it,
Bears,
back to
number
Pepper.
44, Lizzie Ramirez.
Gives it to Page. Page drives up, drives around, backs it up, out to Berkeley. Berkeley for a 3. Easy with it. And they're going to call a foul and should be going to the line to shoot 2.
Real foul on number 12, Samantha Stiles, her 4th. Team foul number
Okay,
4.
that's Styles 4th.
Lizzie Ramirez at the line, shooting 2. Checking in for the girls, number 23, Addie Schneider.
All right, Lizzie going to shoot a couple. Going to save their ball. Into Page. Page up to Leah. Pepper doesn't drop. Lathrop with the rebound. Don't foul. I'm gonna say there. Call it on Lizzie. She'll go to shoot 2.
Team foul number 3, Addie Schneider at the line.
Schneider at the line. (30-27) currently. That one drops in for 30-28. That way. Into Page. Steals it. Up and in. Tied at 30. Berkeley with it. Page with it. They're going to call Berkeley on that one. Moving. Lower. 47.9. All right. Charlotte Soliday with it. Over to Glenna Soliday. Glenna with it. Trying to get it over to Lathrop is who she's trying to get it to. Timeout. Davenport. 35.1 remain here in the third. Do have to say how much I appreciate the Spokane airport. The parking's a little more expensive than I remember it, but still wasn't too bad for the time we were there, and it was easy to get parked and easy to get into the terminal. Obviously getting through TSA wasn't bad at all, so enjoyed that. Vegas was a little bit larger, but still not unmanageable. I mean, if Wenatchee flew more places other than Seattle, I think it'd be great. There's just so many times you can't get over the mountains, so Wenatchee's kind of not a lot of point. But if they would fly to Portland or especially Salt Lake or someplace where you got lots of connecting flights as well, I mean, Wenatchee would be awesome. But Spokane is a close second. I like flying out of Spokane. All right, ladies, go back out on the floor. They're going to try and throw it over the top, is what they're going to do. Yep, trying to feed it into Lathrop is what they're trying to do. Glenna with it. Schneider trying to get around Leasy. Leasy had it. jump ball. Leia gets tossed around, but she gets the jump ball. Her arm, I think, got pulled out of the socket. Trying to get into Lathrop, which they do. Pepper blocks it. Leasy gets it. Gives it back to Pepper. Good job on the block there by Pepper. Pepper drives around, posts one up. Leasy had it. Pepper has it. Kicks it over to Leia. Leia over to Leasy. Leasy. And it ends in a tie, 30-30 at the end of 3. We are to the 4th and final 8 minutes, and that will determine who walks away with the victory here tonight. Both teams want in this one improve their RPI standings as we we're getting ready to head towards postseason. I mean, we got 4 games left before we're in postseason. So both teams hoping to, at least we have 4, Brewster has 4. So hoping for the RPI bump, and also kind of gives us good experience as we have these last few games to get us ready for league playoff and then especially district playoff. We're running into some good teams in district. I firmly believe we'll be playing in state. Regional round, question mark as far as what we're going to do there. I'm still a proponent. Forget the regional round. Send the 16 to Spokane. Figure out if you're going to need to use the podium, which is right next door to the arena, or extend it a day or whatever. Use high schools. Just get 16 there. So 16 teams get experience state rather than do the regional round and eliminate 4. But anyway, Bears to start the 4th quarter. We'll have the ball. So inbound to Page. Page coming across the timeline. Drives through, backs it out, gives it to Berkeley. Berkeley looks, gives it to Pepper. Pepper, deep 3, doesn't drop, not able to get the rebound. Passing it up to Charlotte Soliday. Back to Glenna Soliday. Glenna over to Charlotte. Into Lathrop. Lathrop up and in. Pepper goes around everybody, lays it up and in. Soliday, Charlotte. Oh, I say used her body and bumped her. Her 3rd, I think. 3rd on Pepper. Addie, Sister Addie Bozel in there with Pepper. Going to continue to try and put some pressure on them. They're just quick. They're going to feed it into Lathrop. Oh, no. Glenna Soliday tries to hit a 3, goes over. Soliday, Charlotte. And Pepper gets it. Soliday tries to get it. Doesn't happen. Pepper feeds one up and in. Soliday with it. There you go. Oh, they're going to say over and back. All right. Inbound, Davenport ball. They're going to feed it into Lathrop, where they don't have anybody doing the double. Walked. .6:33 remaining, 34-32. Pepper with it. Tries to pass and doesn't work. Soliday just driving through traffic, gives it to Charlotte. Charlotte trying to get into Lathrop. And they do, but doesn't drop for her. Page with it, up to Pepper. Pepper up to Berkeley. Berkeley puts it into Berkeley with it. Berkeley just drives through everybody. up to Soliday. Over to Lebret. Lebret back to Soliday. Soliday looks to shoot, backs it out, puts it out to Lebret. Lebret looking, puts it back to Soliday. Over to Glenna. Glenna tries to force it up and over and say it's on the ground. So that'll be second foul. The third foul on Weezy.
Foul on number 44, Lacey Ramirez.
2 on the Bears. And they put it into Lathrop, and she scores. Pepper with it.
Checking in for the Bears, number 10, Leah Aparicio.
And they get it stolen away.
In for the Gorillas, number 12, Samantha Stiles.
34-36.
Timeout Bears. 60-second timeout.
Coach telling him what he wants to see. Talk, 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 and do your best, which is what it's about. They're getting their butts worked off, and the Bears are too. So now the Bears need to think about it and what they want to do here. Needed to be in front of her. She's so tall, you got to be in front and jump up and take it when they try and pass over you and knock it up. So, and good passes or take it all the way yourself because they're just in there in the passing lanes constantly. Davenport's a good team. This is a great game, and again, 2 quality teams that could go either way here tonight, and I expect to see them in the playoffs as well. All right, Bear ball. 5 minutes remain. 34-36. Okay, Page with it. Back to Pepper. Pepper just drives around everybody and draws a foul. Going to the line. 4:52 remain. So Soliday's third. Doesn't drop. Soliday comes out of there with it. Driving through. Kicks it out. Feeds it, tries to feed it in. Good job by Pepper to block that pass into Lathrop because Page was not around her. So Charlotte Soliday puts it out to Glenna Soliday over Schneider. Schneider driving, doing spinning, gets it up and in. 34-38. Oh, Lizzie was not prepared for that. And off of her and out of bounds. 4:24. Soliday with it. All right, so timeout. Got up on a knee, I think that's a problem. But regardless.
60-second timeout.
34-38.
How's that not a backcourt violation?
All right. It's a white ball. Inbounds to Soliday, Charlotte. Charlotte brings it across, kicks it over to Glenna Soliday. Glenna back to Charlotte. Charlotte trying to drive around, gets around, up and doesn't drop. Pepper with it. Pepper, oh, it's gonna. That was not the right call. That was so tipped by Davenport. That was tipped by Davenport. No. Chucks it across, gives it out. Page with it. Fires a three, doesn't even come close. Legs are not underneath her. They wore out. Got 3:34 left. Bears going to continue to pressure. Yep. Lathrop. Yep. He's going to shoot two. Now, how many is that going to be on her? That's going to be 5 or 4? 4.
Team foul number 2.
No. Gets that one.
Checking in for the Bears, number 22, Regals.
Gets that one. 36-40, 3:14 left. Glenna Soliday with it. Out to Glenna. Fires a three, doesn't drop. Page with it. You can't do those throws, people. They are just all over those throws. You're just, well, you're turning it over is what you're doing. Styles with it. Pepper with it. That one you can get away with. Gets it. And that's Styles' 5th.
Gorilla foul against number 12, Samantha Styles, her 5th. Team foul number 3.
So LeBret will go back in, or will go in for her. 2:33 remaining, 38-40. Leasy at the line for one. Gets it. 39-40.
Timeout there, 60-second timeout.
Let's see what happens here. I appreciate it. Saying hello to Hallie Aparicio with her younger sister out here on the court. And Hallie is going to be married this coming August to her longtime boyfriend. All right, Gio. All right, 2:33 remain. 39-40. Bears down by 1. Going to pressure the ball, see if they can get a turnover here. Inbounds to Soliday. Kicks it over Schneider. Schneider looking to see what she needs to do. Gives it back to Soliday. Charlotte brings it up. Kicks it over to Glenna. Glenna, just like that. 2:17 remain. Charlotte Soliday. Page with it. 155, 39-42. Page drives through, floats it up and in. 41-42. Just one step behind. Caitlin with it. Oh. 129, 41-42. Bears gonna do everything they can. Glenna with it. Out to Charlotte. 121. Out. Charlotte with it again. Oh, you're going to get called for that. So fourth on Pepper. All right. Yep. All right. All right. So 41-42, 58 seconds remain. Bear ball. Davenport coach is not happy. Oh, it's going down. All right. All right, bear ball. Pepper with it. Soliday with it. 43 seconds remain. I'm going to call a foul. It'll be the fourth. And it'll be on Leasy. Fourth. 41-42 with 42 seconds remaining.
Bears foul against number 44, Lacey Ramirez, her fourth. Team foul number 4.
Glenna Soliday with it. Charlotte, Glenna. Kicks it out. Drops it in. 16 seconds remain. Coach wants that. Pepper put a floater up, three-pointer, and it went in as timeout was called. I missed it, but she put up a floater from deep, and that would have been a three-point if the timeout hadn't counted. But anyway, we're down to the last few seconds of the game. 41-44. Again, this game could go either way. Might go into overtime. 15.6, 41-44. Pepper to inbound. Berkeley with it. Back to Pepper. Pepper with it. Oh. All right, so that's number 5. So solid A out. Pepper at the line. 10.7 remain. 10.7. Gets the first one. 42-44. Doesn't drop. I'm going to say it's Davenport ball. .2. Davenport wants a timeout. 42-44, 9.2 seconds remain.
Don't deny a little bit. Don't make it easy.
9.2 remain. Paige Fowler, 7.6. Solid A to shoot.
Bears foul against number 32, Wolf, for third.
Solid A needs to make both of them to pull it out of reach. Gets the first one. And gets the second one. That is the victory right there. There's nothing they can do about it. Bears lose this one in a close one. 42-46, final score. That was a good game. We knew it was going to be, and who had the ball last, and a number of things the Bears can work on, and now they've seen it. They know what to expect in the playoffs, and there's a good possibility we will see them in the playoffs. So ladies played hard, a few little things, and it goes the other way. But second loss for the Lady Bears on the season. Davenport excited about that victory. Well, they should be. That was a hard fought and won battle right there. And again, either way, whoever had the ball last, and Davenport able to use the height advantage. They have a 6'3" player, and she was definitely a factor in tonight's game, and will be with any opponent, I'm sure. So we'll see how it goes tonight for the boys. After that, that one right there, that was a tough one, but hopefully we see them in the playoffs. We'll be able to correct a few things and do things a little different. All right, we got 14 minutes until we get to the boys' game. And again, a lot of familiar names on the boys' side. Pruitt. Oh, there's a Lathrop over here as well. Ostrich. Copperhaver. Davenport. Wagner. Kimmerer. All right, well, see how it goes for the boys. Actually, let's look up some stats. This will probably drop the Bears RPI ranking down a little bit, or Lady Bears. So we'll see how they do here as they finish off. Yep, just little things here and there, but that's what makes the difference. Games like tonight. All right, I'm trying to pull up the boys. So we'll pull up their standings. And then we'll look at their RPI following that. For our Central Washington 2B League, currently Okanagan sits at 4-0, 12-3 on the season. Tenasket at 3-1, 12-6 on the season. Liberty Bell 2-1 in league, 15-2 overall. Bridgeport at 3-3, 8-6 overall. Lake Roosevelt 2-3, 6-11 overall. Brewster 1-3, 3-13 overall, and Manson 0-4, 6-11 overall. For the league, Davenport is in. You got Northwest Christian Colbert. Oh my goodness. Northwest Christian Colbert boys 11-0 in league, 17-0 overall. Reardon 10-1 in league, 16-2 overall. Davenport 5-4 in league, 9-7 overall. Jenkins Chewelah 5-6, 10-8 overall. Kettle Falls 4-6, 7-10 overall. St. George 3-6, 5-13. Newport 0-10 and 0-15. And let's go check out RPI rankings to see where Davenport boys fall. So Colfax is number 1 for boys, 16-0. Northwest Christian Colbert, 16-0. Tri-Cities Prep, number 3. Number 4, Liberty Bell. Adna, number 5. Okanagan, number 6. Reardon, number 7. Ilwaco, 8. Toledo, 9. Napavine, 10. Kittitas, 11. Goldendale, 12. Liberty Spangle, 13. Auburn Adventist, 14. Mount Vernon Christian, 15. Freeman, 16. Tenasket is 17. Orcas Island, 18. Bridgeport is 19. Jenkins Chewelah is 20. Davenport's 22. Brewster is 38. But some of that, I don't know. I think this is going to be a good game. Davenport statistically looks like they have better standings, but I wonder. Let's go see how they played against some teams that we've played maybe. We'll see how that goes. All right, so Davenport boys lost to Lake Roosevelt 49-58. Beat Lynn Ritzville Sprague 44-43. They beat Manson 73-29. Lost to Tri-Cities Prep 31-67. Lost to Reardon 48-53. That's a close one. Beat Tenasket 70-51. Beat Kettle Falls 60-42. Beat St. George's 76-53. Beat Mansfield Waterville 60-11. Beat they lost to Jenkins Chewelah 48-61. Beat Newport 66-28. Lost to Northwest Christian Colbert 46-81. Lost to Reardon 46-58. Lost to Medical Lake 59-60. Beat St. George's 66-60. Beat Kettle Falls 62-42. So, it's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be a good game based on the Lake Roosevelt, that they lost to them, and I think it's going to be a good game. So we'll see here as we get going. 9-11 left here in the warm-ups. Sure, that loss stung a little bit for the ladies because there were they missed some free throws, missed some shots. They should have had a lot of passes. They had a lot of turnovers. But a lot of that was just the speed of Davenport. Davenport is so quick. They were just in the passing lanes and saw the ball and would intercept it. So they're a very good team. So girls have got to keep that in mind when we face them again. We have that opportunity. So but probably see him later on this season is my guess, depending on how many. I'm not sure how many teams come out of their district to state playoff, but I'm assuming it's a number, and I think it's going to be a good game. If we face them again, I think we should have the edge. I think overall, I think Brewster's a better team. We did not get up the threes we normally get up, number of passes that we didn't make, just a lot of little things. I'm sure we interfered with their plan as well, but and again, who had the ball last is who won it. So we'll see how it goes here tonight. Gorillas don't. Let's see, what do we have here? They have 1, 2, 3. They have 3 seniors. 1, 2 juniors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sophomores, and 1 freshman. Tallest player is 5'11", so a little shorter team than what we typically face. So we actually have a little bit of a height advantage on them, which is unusual for us. And I think it's going to be a good game. Sure, but this is a type of game the girls need to have. When you have games where you just blow out the other team like they've had recently, you're not getting any better. And this is going to force them to see the things that need improved. Because you don't uncover a lot when you blow out another team. You don't see the spots you need to focus on and work on to be successful. So this is great to show them some areas for focus as they practice with the state or the district playoffs and state in mind. They can see what some of these other teams are capable of and what they need to work on. So, I hate they ended up with a loss tonight, but on the other hand, it's good to have that level of competition and see the areas for some improvement. I need to get the league playoff brackets from our AD and share that with everybody so we can kind of see what's going to happen with league playoffs and then with district playoffs, so we kind of have an idea of what's upcoming beyond the remaining league games, which the remaining league games are probably not going to force the Brewster ladies to really stretch them at all. I think it's going to be pretty easy for the ladies to win out and then get ready for a league playoff, which again, I think they're going to do well there. And then prep for districts, where I'm sure we'll run into Cleellum at some point. That was a really good game. And there are a number of other good teams in the district, including Mapton and some others. So that'll be good for the ladies. I think if you can get some of the Davenport players in a little bit of foul trouble sooner, that could have helped tonight a little bit too. Lathrop, man, you just got to figure out how to, contain her a little better. Her height advantage, obviously. And they used that, and she was their main scorer for a lot of the night for sure. So, but yeah, we're going to see what happens here for the boys. 4:21 left before starting lineup announcements. But hey, the Davenport ladies really played hard. You could see it on their faces, and they hustled the entire game and worked hard for that victory. And that's what you want, and that's awesome for them and good for them as they head into the postseason as well. Like I said, I'm not sure how strong the rest of their league is, or the rest of their district is, so it'll be fun to see that. So. Good. How are you?
Good.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I think your mom invited us, so we'll be there.
And congrats to you.
Thank you.
Renee having a baby.
Yeah.
That's so exciting.
I know. Whitney's having another one too, so I got 2 more on the way.
God.
They're both due in August.
Did you already have 2 or?
Yeah, 2.
Okay. This is her third.
This will be third. I know.
Oh my gosh. I just talked to Sammy, and she's
Oh,
like,
okay.
Fahrenheit 11.
It was like 5 degrees there today. I don't think he was loving it.
I think he's literally sick, too.
Got to talk to Hallie a little bit there. Like I said, she's getting married in August, and was congratulating us on our 2 grandbabies that are also due in August. And Sophie's getting married in August. There's a lot in August, man. Linda and I got married in August as well. So, and Grant and Allie got married in August. Huh, imagine that. Well, you know, I watch our boys warm up, and I'm going, man, if they can make those shots in the game, wow. You know, the boys are just so close, so close. If they get a little more comfortable with each other and the passing, and they expect the passes, just the little things that make a difference, and are able to hit some of these shots that they make in warm-ups and in practice, they start sinking those in the game, and it is a different outcome for a lot of the games they've been in. So hopefully that could coalesce for them here as we finish off regular season. If it is like if the league playoffs are like the last couple years, I think they've got a shot. They're going to have a really good game to start league playoffs, because last couple years, top 4 go, and they're going to need to win the first one to get to districts. Before I forget, I'm asking for league playoff and district playoff info. But last year, the league playoff, the top 2 teams in the league had a bye. And 3 played 6, 4 played 5. And right now, I think we're sitting at 6. And I guess that could change depending on how the season finishes. So, but regardless, you know, we're not going to be 1 or 2. So you're going to need to win that first game. You win that first game, then you're guaranteed to go into the league playoff and play at districts. It's going to be a challenge because you're going to have you've got to win. So the boys are capable of it, though. The boys are capable of it. Okay, I'm going to quit jibber-jabbering here.
I'd like to welcome everybody back to Davenport High School and the final matchup for tonight with the visiting Brewster Bears.
Yeah.
And your hometown Davenport Bruins. And now let's meet the starting lineup for the Brewster
And there's
Bears.
definitely a possibility that we could end up number 6, and we need to play maybe Tenasket as a number 3. We're going to play them once coming up. If we beat them there, that would probably put them at 3rd. Us still at 6. But we beat them in the league, the first round of league, and you go on. Which is what I was saying. You got Liberty Bell and Okanagan, and then you have Tenasket, Bridgeport, Lake Roosevelt, and Brewster. Any of those can beat any of the other ones, I think, on any given day. So you have an opportunity to go on to districts. And once you get to districts, you know, you got some possibilities where it's, you know, teams like Warden and Riverview, Columbia Burbank that haven't had great seasons that you could probably take care of. You got LaSalle, Cleellum, some other teams we have good shots at, I think. So anyway, well, we'll see what happens. And of course, we got the game here tonight.
At 5'7", a sophomore, number 1, Bennett Wagner.
Wagner.
At 5'8", a senior, number 13, Bo Copenhaver.
Copenhaver.
At 5'11", a sophomore, number 21, Titus Lathrop.
So Lathrop. sister. I'm guessing it's his sister on the girls' side. Colbert. Odenreiter. So Odenreiter, Colbert, Cooper-Haver, Wagner. All right, well. Let's see. Again, height advantage. All right, so Sam. Sam, Lando, Preston, Jordan, and Cardin. Oh, gosh darn it. I'm not sure what happened there. Properties. All right, so something happened there. Regardless, Davenport to start. Doesn't drop. Sam comes away with the rebound. And Davenport gets the rebound there. Wagner, Cardin with the rebound. Up to Jordan. Jordy drives, floats one, and sinks it. Wagner with it. Drives, kicks it out. Lathrop misses. Sam comes down, or come down the court with it. Kicks it over to Preston. Wow, nice move by Preston. Out to an early 4-0 lead. Almost returns the favor. They're gonna say he got fouled. So Colbert going to the line. So we can call that one on Cardin. First one drops in for him. Oops. And gets the second one. 4-2. Sam with it. Dribbles up. Kicks it over to Preston. He puts one up. Doesn't drop, but he'll be going to the line. Copenhaver. Preston gets the first one. Another thing you never think about, I was just thinking about the girls. Nice job, Preston. 6-2 for the Bears. Let's see. Wagner hits a three. 6-5. Lando with it. Sam with it. Preston. Little floater. Doesn't drop. Gets that one to drop. 8-5. Wagner with it. Lathrop. Lathrop fires, doesn't drop, but rebounded by Odenreiter, doesn't drop. Jordy comes out with it, kicks it over to Sam. Sam gives it back to Jordy. Jordy says, let me try this. Doesn't drop, rebound, kicks it up. They're gonna pass it in underneath. Stuffed, fight for the ball, and they're gonna say, I'm not sure what they're gonna say. I'm going to say Gorilla Ball. 5:34 remain in the first. 8 to, there we go. Jordy had it, or excuse me, Lando almost had it taken away there, but didn't quite get it. Jordan with it, gives it to Carden. Up to Lando. Lando, great job there on that one. Kicks it out to Sam. Sam looks around. Out to Jordy. Jordy steps through. Carden with it. Doesn't drop. Lando up and in. 10-5. Wagner with it. I think sometimes you look at the Bears record and you don't expect much. Shoves off, doesn't go. Sam with it, up to Carden. Oh, gets it tapped away. Yeah. Talking about what he wants to see there. All right, so 10-5, 4:51 left here in the first. Wagner with it, Lathrop. Colbert fires, doesn't drop. Preston gives it back to Lando. Lando up to Sam. Sam back to Preston. Preston over to Sam. Sam for a three, and he sinks it. Yeah, Davenport goes, their record does not reflect the basketball I just have witnessed. So 13-5.
30-second timeout, Gorillas.
So Gorillas want a timeout and talk to the team and say, hey, I saw the record, but they're playing at a different level tonight. The other thing that I was going to say, I was thinking about the girls and the boys. You played last night. Got home late, got up, got on a bus, came all the way over here. So there is some leeway you need to give for that too. So, but regardless, boys are playing great so far. 13-5. Davenport ball. 4:24 remain here in the first. Oh, Bears are putting a little pressure. Man to man. Feeds it in underneath. Carden with it. Gives it over to Sam. Sam down to Jordy. Jordy for a three. Doesn't drop. Carden with it. Kicks it over to Lando. Lando with a three. Doesn't drop. Davenport with the rebound. Up and in. Lando throws it away. Gets that one. Lando with it. Carden. Going to say block, and they're going to count the basket.
Count the basket by Gardner Gathers.
15-9.
Gorillas foul on number 13, Bo Kobe for his second. Team foul number 2.
All right, so timeout. Okay, 30-second timeout.
30-second timeout.
15-9. That was extra hustle by Sam. Sam, oh my gosh. He hustled so hard on that one, got that ball back, got it over to Carden. Carden went up with it and got the basket. So great job for Sam, great job for Carden. So, all right. Okay, so the Chowski brothers, Grant's brother-in-laws, are now in the game. Cardin sinks that one. Extends the lead 16-9. 3 minutes remain here in the first. Oh, let's see. I'm gonna go say it's Brewster ball. Let's say it went off their feet. All right, so inbound to Lando. 2:49 remain here in the first. Kicks it over to Sam. Sam back to Cardin, and twice not quite able to get it to drop. Wagner. I'm gonna say charge. 23.
Drill a foul on number 23, Joel Odenreiter.
Okay, so Odenreiter gets a charge or a player control foul. All right, Lando. And Brewster trying to do the same thing and they're going to call a foul on that. Trying to take advantage of Cardin's height differential here, and that one wasn't able to. It will be.
Bears foul on number 5, Lando Gebers.
So Lando gets a foul. Wagner with it. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Brewster players fight over it and lose it. Know who you're fighting with. Lando with it. Sam with it. Lando. Oh, Sam's going to get a foul.
Bears foul against number 11, Sam Ovallo. His first.
Sam's first, 3 and 3, 1:38 remain here in the first, 16-11. All right, Wagner with the ball. Wagner dribbles around, kicks it out to Pruitt. Pruitt sinks the three. 16-14. Lando comes down. Gives it over to Preston. Preston, oh. Kicks it out and turnover. Colbert to Wagner. And they take the lead, 16-17. Passes it right into their hands. And 16-19, 46 seconds remain here in the first. Sam doesn't drop. Max tries to get it. I'm gonna say white ball.
Checking in for the roll of number 10, Tyler Davenport.
Wagner with it. Davenport. Traveled. Bounce to Lando. 22 seconds. Sam. Preston, or Lando. Nice job. Oh, gosh darn it. Jacob steals the ball, and Bears take the lead. 20-19 to end the first. Jacob did a great job driving in, laying it in. Then he helped steal the ball, get it to Sam, and Sam went and put it up and in to give the Bears the lead as time was expiring. Isaac on the floor. Jordy, Jacob, Lando, and Cardin. Lando bringing it down. Sets it over. Cardin. Cardin dribbling. Puts it up. Doesn't drop. Rebound. No one in there for the Bears. Lathrop puts it in underneath. Back to Lathrop. Lathrop to Pruitt. Pruitt doesn't hit. Ends up getting the rebound. Tries Lathrop with it. Tries to get it out. Whoa, not sure what that was. He's going to get to go shoot two, though. So.
There is foul on number 24, Jacob Mikowski. His first team foul, number 1. Bryce Gustavson at the line.
Gustavson ties it at 20. Gives him the lead, 20-21. Lando with it. Oh, Jordy. Isaac with it. Fires and sinks it. 22-21. Wagner with it. Oh, stepped out of bounds. Almost had it away. Wagner. Wagner for a three. Doesn't drop. Goes out of bounds. Bear ball. All right. So, into Lando. 6:47 remain here in the first half. Lando driving around, kicks it over to Isaac, sorry. Puts it on the ground. Turns around, shoots, but nobody there. Drives through traffic, kicks it out. Lathrop tries to put one up. Lando comes down with it, pushes it up the floor, tries to feed it in underneath. Smart move by Jacob. It'll be Brewster Bear and Bear ball underneath. 6:19 remain here in the first half. Jordy to inbound. Jordy puts it out to Isaac. Over to Lando. Over to Jacob. Down. Oh, there we go. Cardin with it. Nobody in there to rebound for him. Over to Lando. Fires, but gets hit on the hand. So he'll be going to the line on the hand.
Foul on number 22, Case Colbert. His first.
So Colbert with the foul.
Team foul number 1.
So Isaac at the line.
Isaac
First one
Castillo
drops
at the
in.
line, shooting 3.
23-21. Doesn't get the second one.
In for the Bears, number 23, Preston Thompson. In for the Gorillas, number 13, Mo Copenhaver.
Isaac fires and gets the third one. 24-21. 5:55 left here in the first half. Wagner with it. Down to Pruitt. Pruitt drives, kicks it across, back out to Wagner. Wagner looking to see if he can drive around Lando. Tries to feed it back, doesn't. Cardin with it. Cardin gives it to Isaac. Isaac brings it down, gets it tapped away. Jordy with it. Out to Isaac. Isaac fires, doesn't drop. And we have Colbert with the rebound. Colbert trying to get through. Gets it tagged away. Yep, he's going to get another foul. So that'll be the second one on Colbert. Too quick.
Number 22, Gage Colbert, his second. Team foul number 2.
5:07 remain here in the first half.
Joel Oatrider.
So Isaac to inbound to Lando. Lando to come across the timeline. Kicks it down to Jordy. Jordy into Preston. Preston to Cardin. Up and in. 26-21. All right, Pruitt hits a three. Oh, Isaac with it. Back to Lando. Over to Cardin. Preston. Preston for a three. Doesn't drop. Oh. Wagner with it. 4:23 remain in the first half. Wagner goes around, doesn't drop. I'm going to say he got hit. He swiped hard. Cardin just go up and you can't swipe at him. Swipe a different direction so you don't touch him.
Team foul number 2. Bennett Wagner at the line, shooting 2.
Wagner gets the first one. .416 remain. 26-25. It's the second one. Tied at 26 at 4:15. Lando. Preston. Jordy gets it batted back out of him. He just all right, so Isaac to inbound to Lando. Lando backs it out. Kicks it over to Sam. Sam back to Lando. Preston. Jordy. Doesn't drop. Jordy with the rebound. Jordy with the three. Out of bounds. Lando and Wagner. Wagner. Lathrop doesn't drop. Lando. Out to Jordy. Doesn't drop. They're going to call it. So he's going to go to the line to shoot. Odenrider.
Foul on number 23, Joel Oatrider, his second. Team foul number 3. Jordan Medina at the line, shooting 3.
All right. So Jordy misses the first one. It's the second one.
Checking in for the Gorillas, number 34, Bryce Gustavson.
Gustavson back in. Doesn't drop. Preston then kind of tipped it up, but wasn't able to keep it. Wagner bringing it across for the Gorillas. Back to Wagner. Kicks it to Copenhagen. Copenhagen gets it down. Wagner fires a three. Isaac with it. Isaac kicks it back out to Preston. Preston for a logo three. Doesn't drop. Oh.
Gorilla foul on number 15, Bo Kobe for his third. Team foul number 4.
Jordy with it. Jordy Lando. Lando for a three. Doesn't drop. Davenport ball. 27-26, 2:28 first half remaining. Wagner with it. Kicks it out to Pruitt. Back to Lathrop. Lathrop over to Gustavson, back to Pruitt. Pruitt likes these threes right there. Preston, nice rebound. Hands it back to Lando. Lando just drives. Puts it up. Doesn't drop. Rebound. Davenport. Over to Wagner. 1:51 remain. Pruitt. Doesn't drop. Preston with the rebound. Gives it to Lando, 140. Lando out to Jordy. Jordy drives, kicks it out to Preston. Preston drives, kicks it out to Jacob. Jacob back to Lando. Lando, little shot, and doesn't drop. Preston, and they're gonna call no shot. They're gonna call that on Preston.
Number 23, Preston Thompson, his first. Team foul number 3.
Score will remain 27-26.
Checking in for the Gorillas, number 32, Jackson Sewell.
Wagner with it. Sewell comes in for, jeez, I gotta hurry up. Pruitt fires a three. Oh, no, he can shoot. Jacob, Jordy. I'm going to say jump ball. .2. Well, Wagner, Pruitt. Wagner. Gustavson going around. Laying it up and in. 27-31, 26 seconds here in the first half. Jacob with it. Lando. Jordy. And they're going to call out on Sam. 7.9 seconds left.
Foul on number 11, Sam Arvalo. His second.
7.9 seconds. All right. Davenport going to try to play with 7.9 left.
Second timeout, girls.
All right, 7.9 seconds remain, 27-31 in this first half. Wagner. Pruitt, nope. Lathrop.
Foul on number 2, Jordan Medina. His first. Team foul number 5. Titus Lathrop at the line shooting 3.
Lathrop to shoot 3. Gets the first one to drop in. Second one. Gets the third one. Nope. Across the line, no shot. 32-27. $33-27 is our, or excuse me, 27-33, but it's not correct because there's a point that did not count. That third free throw did not count. He stepped over the line. So they have the wrong score on the scoreboard. Well, they're back to shooting for pops. All right, so the boys basketball league tournament will be the number 6 seed playing February 5th. So February 5th at 6 p.m. at the number 3 seed. The number 5 seed will be playing at the number 4 seed also February 5th at 6 p.m. Losers of those 2 games are out. The winners of those will go on to continue to play in league championship all 4 will be going to districts. The second game will be February 7th at Omak High School, and the championships will be February 10th at Omak High School. I'll get this posted up for everybody so you can see it. And then basketball tournament. All right, so the district tournament. Oh, Wenatchee this year. So it's the same as last year. R3 has to play the EWAC 5. R4 has to play the EWAC 4. Losers out. Winners of those 2 games will play in a loser out. Our number 1 and our number 2 will go on to state. Well, I shouldn't say that. If our number 2 lost their first game, they would have to win their second game to go on. But assuming that they beat the number 3, our number from the EWAC, our number 1 and 2 would go to state. The EWAC 1 and 2 automatically go to state. The number 3 has to win one of the 2 games they'll play to go on. So similar. I mean, it's the same bracket as last year. I'm gonna. Well, I shouldn't make any assumptions. Let me. I really like playing in Wenatchee or Moses last year, but Wenatchee's good too. All right, let's see. Girls look like. The girls will play on February 5th at the higher seed as well. 6 versus 3, 5 versus 4. February 7th will be in the Omak High School. Your number 1 and number 2 seeds will be playing the winners of other games at 2 and 5 p.m. respectively. Assuming with the number 1 seed, the girls will play at 5 on February 7th against the winner of the 4 versus 5 seed. The teams that are playing on the 7th go to districts. And their districts, what do their districts look like? Oh, that's not right. There we go, districts. Oh, they're at Eastmont. Oh, that's going to be fun. All right, so we got Wenatchee and Eastmont. And it is the same. The CW number 1 is going to state. EWAC 1 and 2 are going to state, and the Central Washington number 2 needs to beat the EWAC number 3 or win their second game to go to state. So same as last year. Only difference is instead of Moses, we're over at Eastmont and Wenatchee High Schools. All right, well, pizza out in the lobby, folks. Pizza out in the lobby. If I had a chance, I'd go get some. All right, 4:07 left here in half before we get the second half underway. 27-33. Good game so far. Both teams doing well, and you know it's going to be a good game. I think all the way to the end. I think either team could walk away with the victory. I think if the Bears can take advantage of Kelson's height a little more again, I think that'll be beneficial. Preston was on fire to start the first. Hopefully he can fire back up here in the third and fourth quarters to help the Bears with this one. Like I said, I think either team could win. There's Pepper, Bosel. Boys going to warm up over there. Oh. I know it's different when you have someone on your back riding you and you're trying to make the shot. I get that. But, man, our guys shoot really well. They can start doing that on the regular in the game. I think they got a really good shot at tonight's game. Actually, they do. Actually, it should be 32. They counted a free throw that didn't count because he went across the line. So, Bear ball to start the second half.
On behalf of the fans,
All right.
the players and the coaches,
Lando
they'd like to say thank you for the participants.
almost has it stolen away. It's going to remain Bear ball. All over Preston.
Normally the band doesn't show up on Saturday. We really appreciate them being here. We had a
ball.
cameo appearance by Mr. Rob Harper.
All right. Preston into Jordy. Jordy up and in. Gets it taken away. Lando with it. Up and in. Kicks it out. Dribbles around through traffic, passes it underneath. Wagner doesn't drop. Sam Arevalo with the rebound. Kicks it out. Jordy Medina. Wagner with it. Oh. All right. Oh. Doesn't drop. Dribbles around. And say Lando got him. So he'll be going to shoot.
Bears foul on number 5. Lando Gevers, his second. Team foul number 1. Cage Bolton at the line, shooting 2. Checking in for the drill is number 34, Bryce Davison.
Oh, clock, shot clock. So give him 25. Into Preston, into Sam, and unfortunately we don't get that one. Tied at 34 apparently, I'm guessing. I think I might have missed one, I don't know. Sounds like the scorebooks are in sync, so yeah, I just never know. We'll have to watch. If it comes down to it, we'll have to watch. 22 fires, doesn't drop. Jordy doesn't get the rebound. Wagner coming in, kicks it out to Lathrop, doesn't drop. Gets that one. Colbert. Lando with it. Kicks it to Jordy. Over to Sam. Sam with a little shot. Doesn't drop. Rebounded by Colbert. Colbert drives coast to coast. Sam with it. Gets it popped away. Traveled.
Checking in for the Bears, number 1.
34-38. 5:05 left here in the third. Lando coming down. Isaac with it. Back to Lando. Jordy with it.
Number 11, Edward Brooks.
Carden. Yes. 36-38. Pruitt. Isaac with it. Jacob. Tied at 38. 4:29. Oh, Lando almost had that one. Colbert. Floats one up and in. 38-40, 4:13. Lando. Over to Isaac, back to Lando. Lando drives, puts one up, doesn't drop, no Odenreiter with the rebound, Wagner with it. Kicks it down, back to Wagner. Gonna call that one. Colbert to the line.
Bears foul on number 1, Isaac Saucedo.
Isaac with the foul.
Team foul number 2, James Colbert at the line, shooting 2.
Gets that one. And second one doesn't drop. Jacob with the rebound, gives it out to Isaac. Isaac down to Carden. Carden drives around, puts a little up and in. 40-41. Lando on Wagner. Wagner trying to go around everybody. Kicks it out. Colbert. Colbert trying to drive. Pruitt with it. Pruitt trying to drive. Kicks it. I'm not sure. Want to ricochet off somebody. So timeout for Brewster.
60 seconds.
Love it when they get out there and clean the floor. All right, so Bears talking about what they want to see. Wagner for a three. Say block. So Pruitt with a foul. First foul with 3:10 left here in the third.
Drill a foul on number 11, Edward Pruitt, his first, team foul number 1.
So Isaac to inbound, puts it into Lando. Lando to Jordy. Jordy pulls up from the edge and sinks it. 42-41. Wagner. Back to Wagner. Oh. Gets it to drop. Ah. Jordy with it. Over to Jacob. Jacob tries to float one, doesn't drop. Pruitt. 42-46. Lando with it. Lando sinks it 44-46. 2:20 left here in the third. Wagner. That was a moving screen, that's true. Hold on, Isaac. There was a moving screen that wasn't called, then Isaac was called for reaching in. Wagner inbounds to Colbert. Colbert to Wagner. Wagner floats one. Carden comes down with it, gives it out to Jordy. Jordy over to Lando. Lando doesn't drop. Carden going to go to the line. First one doesn't drop. Gets the second one.
Second hand from drill is number 13, Bo Wilkenaber.
Wagner with it. Pruitt. Wagner. Carden with it. And it'll be there. What? I was surprised. I saw the guy poke it out and I didn't see him touch it again, but I'm not down there. Wagner with it. Oh. Wagner again with it. Lathrop. He's called on the ground. And that'll be an Isaac. It's third. Wow. 57.9. Colbert with it. Colbert just goes around and lays it up. Doesn't drop though. Carden with it. Jordy. Sinks a three.
Jordan Medina. Checking in for the girl is number 23, Joel Odrider. Checking in for the Bears, number
42.3. Remain here in the third, 48-49. Gonna give it to Wagner. Lando almost got it. Pruitt. Jacob with it. He's gonna go shoot two. With 24.3.
Number 21, Titus Latham, his first team foul number 3.
Jacob at the line. Jacob, oh, didn't get the first one.
Mikowski at the line, 32.
Gets that one. Tie game. 24.3.
Number 11, Sam Arbuckle.
Wagner with it. Wagner over to Lathrop. Lathrop back to Wagner. 8 seconds. Oh. Time expired. Tied at 49. 8 minutes left. Could go either way. Whoever ends up with the ball last is my guess. Gonna head to Moses Lake and stay the night there and get some Wendy's. I love Wendy's. Actually, I wish they'd go back to full lettuce rather than the shredded. The shredded lettuce just isn't as good as the full leaf lettuce. So, but I don't know. Get a Frosty. All right. 8 minutes. 49-49. And it'll be Davenport ball to start the fourth.
I'd like to take this time to recognize tonight's cheerleaders. Freshman Kylie Hilla. Freshman Kara Strike. Sophomore Madeline Green. The junior
Wagner with it. He's a sophomore.
Junior Gracie Wilson. Senior Julia Everett. The senior Avery Sarah.
Wagner
Senior Nora
trying to
Bauer.
feed it through.
Senior Destiny Sarrazin. Cheer coach Sandra Denicus.
Wagner for a three. Doesn't drop. Jordy with it. Carden doesn't drop. Preston gets it. Carden. It's going to say stepped on the line. Wagner with it. 7:19 left. Wagner up and in.
Wagner.
Sam with it. Preston. Lando. Drops in.
Lando Gathers.
Wagner. Wagner for a three. Doesn't drop. Oh. Well,
Timeout, Gorilla, 60-second timeout.
all right. Pruitt, Wagner. Wagner again. Over to Pruitt. Pruitt back to Wagner. Wagner trying to drive her through everybody. That isn't going to happen. Lando with it. Puts it up to Carden. Carden floats one. Doesn't drop. Wagner with it. 6:09 left. Tied at 51. Lando with it. Takeaway. Gets a three. 54-51. Wagner. Pruitt. Carden with it. Nice hustle by Lando. Follow your shot. Lathrop. Fires one. Sinks it. Lando with it. Yep, fouled him.
Davenport foul number 34, Bryce Gustavus, his second.
That's his second.
Team foul number 1, Garden Gevers at the line.
Carden at the line. Nope. Needs to. Gets that one.
Checking in for the Gorillas, number 13, Bo Copenhagen.
All right. So, gets that one. 56-54. Wagner with it. Drives through traffic, kicks it out. Jordy with it. Preston. Yeah.
Gorilla foul number 23, Joel Loadrider, his third. Team foul number 2.
Team foul number 2. Bears will have the ball underneath the basket. Oh. 4:43 remain. 56-54. 58-54. Wagner with it. Yep.
There's foul on number 12. Sergeant Devers, his third. Team foul number 1. Token over at the line. Shooting bonus 1.
Shooting one. Yep. So that'll be the third foul on the Gorillas. And that'll be, I don't know if that's his first or second.
Davenport foul on number 21. Titus Wilson.
Lando for a three.
Team for the Gorillas with number 34. Bryce Gustavson.
4:18, 61-56. Don't reach. Lando with it. Jordy, Preston, Sam, Lando, Preston, Jordy. Doesn't drop. Pruitt. Back to Gustafsson. Wagner. Pruitt. Sam with it. Nice block by Lando. Jordy with it. Lando. Jordy. And they're going to call that on 21. That'll be his third. And the fourth Gorilla foul.
Titus Wilson, his third. Team foul number 4.
Jordy up and in.
Jordan Medina.
Oh, Jordy.
Bears foul on
Second
number 2.
second
Jordan
foul.
Medina, his
Second team
foul
foul.
number 2.
Timeout White. Full. 2:45 remain. Bears up 63-56. Well, we'll see how this one ends. Boys are starting to get a little bit of a lead over Davenport, and if they can get a stop here and go down and score again and burn some clock, they got a good opportunity here to walk out with another victory on the season. Davenport's coach talking with him about what he wants to see here in the last couple minutes. .245, 63-56. Davenport ball off on the side. Pruitt is a sophomore. Him and Wagner are impressive for sophomores. Into Wagner. Stuffing Wagner again. Pruitt doesn't drop. Over to Preston. Jordy. Up and in. And they're going to call a foul, and Cardin's going to the line. Sam, what hustle? Sam Arevalo, hustle, hustle, hustle. So Cardin going to shoot 2. Gets that one. .216 remain. Gets that one. Wagner cutting through everybody, and Wagner misses that one. Gets that one. Oh. Lando with it. Preston. Lando. Sam. Sam with it back to Lando. It's the 3. Wagner with it. The Wagner again. Floats one, doesn't drop. Over to Lando. Up to Sam. Back to Cardin. Nice, Cardin. 1:30 left. Yep. So he'll be going to the line again.
Number 34, Bryce Davis, his 4th.
All right. So Davenport calling a full timeout. Bears up 70-57 with 1:28 remaining. That's 3 possessions if you're able to burn the clock. Cardin at the line can extend the lead to 15. Things really started coming together here at the end for the Bears. Jordy's hitting some shots and some good hustle by Sam, and Cardin's doing great. And it's just really going their way. And like I said, 3 possessions. Cardin sinks these 2, gives them a 15-point lead, and they just need to play smart basketball, stay out of foul trouble, and keep going to the line and sinking the free throws and walk away with a win here tonight. All right, Cardin at the line. Gets that one. All right, Wagner with it. Trying to get down the floor as quick as he can, get that thing out. Let Pruitt shoot a 3. He didn't have much opportunity here. Gustafsson trying to get around. Puts one up, doesn't drop. Cardin with the rebound, 104, 2 possessions. So Preston with it, out to Jordy. Jordy dribbles through. Doesn't drop. Gustafsson with it, 47 seconds remain. puts one up, doesn't float. And they're going to say foul underneath. And 34.3. Lando's third.
Number 4. Checking in for the girl is number 10, Kyler Davenport.
Davenport coming in. Davenport with it. Wagner doesn't drop. Lando with it. And they're going to say Davenport ball. 23.5. 71-57. Wagner with it. Remember Davenport. Stoffelson. Pruitt. Back to Pruitt. Davenport. Davenport fires the three. Doesn't drop. And that is game. That was a good game. Could have gone either way. Could have gone either way. Bears pulled it out in the end when Jordy was hitting and Carden was doing great. That was a great win for the Bears. 71-57, I guess. Sorry, 71-57, and that was great. You know, we're gonna, hopefully everybody has a safe trip home, and congratulations to the boys. The girls did great. It could have gone either way, and just didn't go theirs tonight. All right, folks. Thank you so much for watching, and we will catch you on Tuesday. We're going to have the next 4 games, and then we'll have the league playoffs and the district playoffs, and we'll be, asking for some donations to cover all those fees. In order to actually to do the games, I'm going to need to do that because it's $100 a game or so. So anyway, all right, folks. Thank you again for watching.